You know, World Cup winner, like I say, it's phenomenal. He slows people up. He goes past, not particularly quick, but wow, super talented, super talented. And,
made people look silly, didn't he, at times?
It's the flip, yeah. They do that, great players, don't they?
Yeah.
Great players make you look really silly. But it's the flip of feet for me. You know, it's like pinball. You know, Pinball Wizards. You know, the arcade game. You had these kind of feet that could go both ways. You know, right and left. You know, you can't balance it out. You don't know if he's going to go left.
Even this first, however long we've been on, I just wanted to have been in that dressing room at Highbury with an Adams captain speech at half-time. Absolutely brilliant. So there we go.
This group of players didn't need it.
No.
They all lead themselves, you know. You just need to go and do your stuff, guys. Go and do your stuff.
And on Pires there, I mean, he just did it with such... He looked so classy. He was such a stylish addition for Wenger, wasn't he?
Incredible, incredible player. And like so many players that I said that weren't even getting in the team, you know. And if you put him out of that and put him in another team, you know, they'd be having statues of Robert Pires, you know, around the country. You put him in any other team. It's only because we had a wealth of talent in that period. No wonder we were invincible later on and winning titles and league titles and doubles.
Yeah, we might not be able to get into the Emirates. There'll be so many statues going around. Because Two, love it.
There you go.
So there we go. Adding to Seaman in the back four, we've got Parler, Petit, Vieira, and Pires. That is a manager's dream, Tony.
You've got a George Graham back four, and you've got an Arsene Wenger midfield four at the moment. So you can see the contrast, the way that the first back four are built on strong determination, workmanlike-ship, not conceding. The French connection and go and do their stuff and win games for us.
Flip of feet on the left.
And Romford Pelly, job done.
Oh, loving this. Right, 9 players now have pride of place in Tony Adams' starting 11, but there are some huge calls to come after the break when we need to select, well, Tony does, a front two. Good luck, Tony.
Their spirit reignites at the Netball Super League. Watch them take the arena by storm live. Get your tickets now and hear them roar. Rule the court. The moment has begun. It's a supreme clash of Asian football challengers in AFC Championship. The spirit of football continues to burn. AFC Champions League 2, live on Astro.
The Mafia's 5 families retain power through sheer force and secrecy.
Did we kill as part of that life? Yeah.
They've had illegal casinos.
Long shocking.
They controlled the docks. We've got a guy who owes us money.
Joey got the idea of scamming people with the lion.
Whatever they wanted me to do, I would do.
Once you're in, you're in. You can't get out.
American Godfathers, the 5 families. Only on the History Channel.
Tiger Woods hosts the Games Elite in Hollywood at the iconic Riviera Country Club. Legacies are defined, legends are born, and the stars shine brightest at the Genesis Invitational.
What can I tell you about Tony Adams? Well, the skipper, that's what I call him. He was a born leader. He was a fantastic captain for Arsenal. And he took over the captaincy at a really young age. I think he was only about 18 or 19. And it just shows you the character of the man that he is, because Tony's gone through a lot in his football career, but he's also gone through a lot in his personal life, and he's still remained a great guy. So, Mr. Perfect, Mr. Captain, Mr. Tony Adams.
Great leader, great captain, such a humble guy as well, a great person, great character, and
That's nice from Seaman and Petit, isn't it? Good job you stuck them in the team.
I was going to say that. Did they know? Did they know I was going to pick them?
No, they didn't. That was weeks ago. And look, we could do a whole show on this, but you have gone through so much, Tony, and that's rounded you as the character and the person you are today.
Absolutely, you don't stand out of that. I've channeled all that kind of pain into who I am today, and I'm free as a bird today, and loving life and loving watching football, loving doing stuff like this. You know, I can come here and talk about me all day. It's brilliant, huh? It's brilliant. Yeah.
Well, we're loving having you here, Tony, and how nice. You know, I know you get to see the likes of Seaman regularly, but to hear them talk about you so fondly as well, when they remember their time at Highbury.
Yeah, that's really nice of them, and I play with a lot of outstanding players, but I play with a lot of outstanding people as well, and they're two of them. They're great human beings, like Manu said about me, but they're wonderful people that give a great back to humanity. Oh, we're getting a bit deep now, aren't we?
Well, yeah. No, I'll bring it back to reality. We had to give Seaman a big bung to
Don't mention that if Georgie's not in here.
Let's talk about our... Right, we're into the flair, we're into that attacking flair, and you got to see so much of it from the position that you were in on the pitch. Your 10th player, Tony, is going to be
who? Walking in a Bergkamp wonderland. That's what we're doing, Mr. Dennis Bergkamp.
You could have sung it.
I could have sung it, yeah. Tony Adams, I'll go back to that song. Dennis came over in '95 and wow, what a player.
Yeah,
technically, so gifted. Wonderful person, talented. Boldy and I, we take a little bit of credit for toughening him up, because when he came over, we used to kick him all the time in training, and he couldn't believe it. He was like, "What are you doing to me?" I don't think he'd ever been tackled like that in our career. And we obviously come from a different generation, and we were kicking lumps out of him every day. But he meant that for sure. If there's any queries on it, that absolutely he's the most talented player I've ever played with. Make goals and score goals. You know, that's the definition of Dennis Bergkamp. Make goals for other people and score goals. Yeah, football intelligence, Dennis had.
It was a particular position that he made his, wasn't it? That role just behind the 9.
Yeah.
And he was a magician. He was the kind of player that you would go, even if you weren't an Arsenal fan, you know, you'd pay the ticket price to watch Dennis Bergkamp, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would. Yeah. I would. It's a player that I wouldn't want to watch me. I'm saying that I'm a bit weird. I like people that go around kicking people, so I do. Himself in his career, you know, he wasn't a pushover. You know, some players that have got that technical ability, you can get into them, ruffling them, and knock them off their stride. But Dennis was, you know, he was strong in that department. And
Bruce Rioch's first signing as well. You know, Bruce Rioch deserves a lot of credit for that.
Platty as well. You know, like the money started to come into the Arsenal at that point, and Dennis come over and Nicholas Anelka afterwards, and when Arsene came in, but Dennis really made. You're right. He made that position his own, and those days everyone just had a big centre forward, and the midfield kind of it was not a done thing. Although we thrashed them England versus Holland, which I'm very proud of.
Oh yeah, Teddy 4-1.
That was all right. Got a bit of revenge on him, but Dennis was. I couldn't get near him, to be honest with you. I mean, he's turned me inside out in training too many times.
Yeah, I'd love to see some footage of Adams toughening up Bergkamp on the training.
You've got it. We toughened him up.
Yeah, I bet you did. Okay,
and I think the important thing for Dennis, right at the end, it was one game at Middlesbrough. And I wandered up the coach, and it was a little bit of a giveaway line, but I went to him, Dennis, you're going to have more talent I've ever seen in any human being. You know, you've got more talent than anybody, and you've not won the Premier League. I said, come on, we need you today. You know, just a little bit of it. And I saw his face, and he was like, ooh, it's taken back a little bit, you know. We went up there, you know, miserable January day, and Dennis went and scored, and I just thought he got it. He understood, actually, you've got to do this every day. To get a statue, you have to do it.
Is that maybe that's the Dutch way, relax? You needed to sort of rile him up a bit, right, to get that out of him?
Because most of the times they got 2-3 games a year when he was playing in Holland and stuff, but every single game.
Yeah.
And he did that. He put that into his, and he became invincible.
Yeah. There you go. He certainly did that. As did someone else. The final player. This is a no-brainer, isn't it? The last one.
Yeah.
The last player.
Thierry, we're singing again.
Statue boy.
Lovely man again. They're great guys as well. This lot, you know what I mean? Thierry, quick. I had a conversation with Arsene, and I said, Arsene, did you see it? First time I saw Thierry, it was England just before the World Cup. We went to Morocco, and they were playing a friendly, and he was playing on the wing. Very quick, Theo Walcott-ish. A 17-year-old kid, 18-year-old kid, we're looking, he's quick. And then I said to Arsene later on, when we got him over and he started playing down the middle and then drifting wide, I said, did you ever see that, Arsene? He went, no. I didn't foresee that ever happening, to be honest with you. It was a complete gamble putting him down there, but he relished in the position.
Yeah.
And it was so natural for him to work.
How did that happen then, Tony?
Oh, there's me giving him an assist here. Do I get an assist for there? Yeah, of course
well, if you did it, we'll rack it up now and put it on the total. But so you were there in those, you know, for a lot of those training sessions when he adapted, didn't he, and went from that left winger, because obviously Wenger knew him from Monaco in those days as a winger. Juventus, he was a winger. To suddenly become one of, you know, only Alan Shearer might say that he wasn't the greatest Premier League striker of all time. But
yeah,
where does he fit for you? I know you're friends with Shearer, but is he number one?
Oh, he's number one without doubt.
Is he?
Without doubt, and that's not because Alan was a fantastic centre forwarder and stuff. And when he was at his prime, Blackburn and stuff, just before Newcastle, Alan Shearer was incredible. But Thierry was phenomenal. He's so quick. He could make goals, leading goal scorer for the Arsenal. He's just we didn't see it coming. That's all I'm saying. We didn't see it coming, but he developed into a major, one of the best players in the world.
Yeah.
Another World Cup winner.
Yeah, absolutely. What a player. So here we go. The team is complete.
Yes.
Mr. Adams, over your shoulder. There we go. That is the final selections. And that is, I mean, you know, even when you think about all... Probably only a couple that you were changing there, isn't it? That is a classic Arsenal lineup.
Yeah. You've got 4 World Cup winners in there as well, and a couple that missed out on that. You know, when we got Silva and Wiltord come over, and players like Freddie Ljungberg, and all the talented players that I played over 23 years with.
Well, let's do that as you look at the 11 there. Go on, just thinking. We're putting you on the spot with this, but missing out. You know, we saw Ian Wright going to one of the breaks. Who would be the closest to getting in that team?
Actually, I think Wrighty was a better finisher than the pair of them, Dennis and Thierry. You know, right foot, left foot, incredible. So imagine how good these two are, Bergkamp and Thierry. And I'm saying Thierry and Ian Wright's probably the best centre forward. He's up there with Alan Shearer and stuff. And these guys are in my team, and Silva and Wiltord, another World Cup winner. When we sent our reserves to beat Man United. Game. He didn't need me. He didn't need me. These guys are so good. Freddie Ljungberg, the ghost. Talking about number 10s and stuff. He good as Dennis. He's close in there. Coming off the side. Lauren, forward, defence. I already spoke about the defence earlier. I could keep going. Viv Anderson, 2 European trophies. Someone that did win European trophy for Forest. So it's very exciting. Great players that I played with. Very honoured.
Absolutely. This team, though, Tony, needs a manager.
Yeah.
You can be in the dugout. You can be assistant.
I like that.
Assistant. But look, when I show you this, no surprise who's at the top of the list. The games that you played the most Premier League matches under Arsene Wenger, 135. You've got George Graham, obviously you're a title winner under him, 86, and going down to Bruce Rick, we just mentioned there as well. Is it as simple as just saying Arsene and go on? What were the reasons?
It's not. Obviously, I played a little while before the Premier League, but Arsene, I had a great 6 years with Arsene. He's just a lovely. Could see and talk about life, and I had a lovely, very spiritual man, wonderful human being, and I loved it. I was a very different person there as well, and George Graham, obviously, I learned all my stuff from George. You know, he put the foundations within Arsenal Football Club. You know, I won 6 titles even before Arsenal came in the door. You know, so I want George Wenger. How about that? Should we go for
a hybrid?
Can we do a hybrid?
Yeah, I'll let you have that.
So I'm going to go for George Wenger.
Hybrid. There we go.
Hybrid.
Yeah, love it, because they did have such different qualities, didn't they?